Hello and welcome to Learn English Through Listening. Today, we'll explore feel seen. Kate, why does this phrase resonate emotionally with so many people?
Thank you for having me. Feel seen taps into our fundamental need for connection and validation. When you feel seen, it's akin to feeling acknowledged by others. For instance, a student might feel seen when a teacher praises their unique voice in an essay.
That's a powerful example. However, couldn't the lack of understanding about this phrase also lead to miscommunication?
Absolutely, some might interpret feeling seen as simply being noticed, but it's more nuanced. It involves recognizing someone's true self and emotions. A Forbes article noted that remote workers often struggle with this due to lack of face-to-face interactions.
Looking forward, how might this phrase evolve in modern English vernacular?
As digital communication grows, feel seen could increasingly serve as a touchstone for expressing empathy and connection online, much like being heard does in audio-focused platforms.
Let's dive into the grammatical framework of feel seen. Kate, why do we use the past participle seen with feel?
Great question. Feel acts as a linking verb connecting the subject to a state of being. The past participle seen functions as a subject complement describing this state. For example, in she feels seen, the past participle conveys the resultant state of recognition.
But isn't there potential confusion since seen is typically used with perfect tenses?
There is potential for confusion, indeed, but in this construct, seen doesn't indicate tense but reflects the passive sense. It's the notion of being perceived. Linguists argue this structure is not a typical verb usage but more adjectival.
Could we see similar structures emerging in English grammar down the line?
Certainly, English tends to innovate with feeling-based expressions such as feel cherished or feel valued, which enrich our emotional vocabulary with nuanced implied states.
Kate, how do expressions like feel appreciated compare grammatically with feel seen?
They're structurally similar. Both use a linking verb plus past participle to project a state of being. Appreciated suggests gratitude from an external source analogous to seen. For instance, a colleague's praise might make someone feel appreciated.
Could these expressions highlight cultural nuances across different English-speaking regions?
Absolutely. In cultures that emphasize collectivism, phrases that highlight external validation like feel understood are prevalent. Conversely, in more individualistic societies, feel respected might gain prominence. These expressions adapt over time.
Could we anticipate new phrases evolving from this pattern?
Yes, considering current trends in inclusivity and mental health awareness, we might see growth in expressions that underscore emotional support like feel supported or feel embraced, enhancing interpersonal communication lexicon.
Finally, how can our listeners incorporate feel seen into everyday conversations naturally?
Integrating feel seen requires genuine engagement. Using it in feedback can be effective. For instance, saying, "Your feedback made me feel seen and understood," personalizes interactions. It's often used in reflective expressions to add emotional depth.
Could there be challenges in ensuring these phrases maintain authenticity? How will technology influence their usage in the future?
With technology, especially AI, facilitating more tailored communication, we may witness a rise in personalized expressions that make individuals feel seen, making digitally mediated interactions more empathetic.